Maybe I should clean first. How the Dremel would do on that. Should I say the rotary tool? Could be interesting. Good evening. Andy, how are you? We're getting something done in just a second. Something. Just want to make sure I'm prepared. Excellent. Let's go on this one. All right, let's see what we can get. confidence idea. I'm going metal. Don't like it. Don't like it. These are great ideas to cut grooves in these slingshots. Totally should do it. Totally should do it, bro. Okay. Get this shrapnel to the forehead. This has got some spring in it, which is good for the carve. It's got some bow in it that I gotta straighten out, which is not good for the carve. Still not perfect. Hey, thanks, Mr. McCall. How you doing? Good, sir. How are you doing? That feels better. All right, let's see what we can work into a handle, yeah? So that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna do that. In order to do that, I gotta do a couple other things though. Want to reset that vise up. Yeah, let's just do that the simplest way. Move this for a second, which also means gotta move you for a second. Which unfortunately means you gotta look at me for a second. But not that long. I don't even know what the heck is going on. Countdown name, what the frick? All right, sorry about that. It's crazy in here. So take the fire. saw Calvin was trashing today. That was funny.
Gross.
Sort of where I can read your comments now if you decided to make them. Sort of. Pop that in, give that belly look. It's better. Definitely better. I'm going to reshape all of this. This is not how it's going to stay, the handle. So let's reshape the handle, then we'll start concerning ourselves with the actual blade again. We still got some to cut down on that bottom. May do a little of that over there. May do a little of that over there. Because we're still pretty thick right here at the bottom, at the base. But we'll do that. We'll start to shape this out a little bit too. Let's go over there. You got me knocked down in this cold water. This thing is fogging up my glasses. It's driving me crazy. Let's see how that feels. Right now, looks pretty good. Keeping in mind I got probably much smaller hands than the guy I'm making this for. I think he's doing all right. That ain't the end, but that's something. That's something. All right. We can put a proper sharpen on it after this. Let's make up some epoxy. We'll drop it down in there. See if we can do. You know what to do. Hit the like. Jesus. What do you think I'm doing this for? You scoundrels. You dirty rapscallions. You perpetrators of multiple rigmaroles, yeah. Where the heck is the doggone thing I'm looking for? I could just put that on there. I don't have a desktop. Might be nice. Oh shoot, wrong way. Now, all right. Hey there, Siege. Hey, wake up. Hey, someday. How y'all doing? I do appreciate y'all sticking around and your patience. I know sometimes it's not the most fun when I don't acknowledge you all in the chat, but believe me, it's all for the sake of being able to do a decent job for you here. I appreciate everybody that's in here. I appreciate everybody hits the like button. Really does do something for the channel. I couldn't tell you what, but I hear it does something. So we're gonna go ahead and mix this up. It's a two-part epoxy. So far it's been okay. I think I'll probably end up putting I don't know if I'll put anything else in it. I got these openings in the tang that should act as wedges. But you know, we'll have to see. Didn't think out very much how I was going to get this epoxy inside of this opening here. But I can try it with this little thing. just sort of laying in it, which is good. Going good. Going good. Put a bunch of that on there. And go ahead and ruin our own day. Did not put gloves on. I will regret it. We do not mind the overage of epoxy for the most part in situations like this, because ultimately it just gives us a little bit more lock in. So I'm gonna leave that joint just like that. Let them harden all the way up. Make sure that blade is bedded. I think that's going to be all right. And I still may cut this back end off. This may be a little fat for a carver, but I just don't know. I'm going to let it dry up and then I'll see how it feels, see how it performs. In the meanwhile, let's get rid of this. Such easy cleanup when you do it this way. Done and doner. Wes had the wrong lavender as it's 242. Yikes. Why in the heck is it 242? Sheesh. But hey, if you got to burn it from the other end, you know, you do what you got to do, fam. Don't give up. Don't give up. So I'm going to do some more carving on this handle actually when I'm all said and done. But I think I'm having a pretty successful go of it. I'm also going to work that edge a little bit more. You know, I got stuff to do, but I got to get this hardened first, seated and settled. Then we can get on to some other stuff. Hey, Petro, how you doing? How you doing? I really like this knife build. I really do think I'm going to make it shorter, though. I wanted to keep the purple on both ends. I don't know that it's something that I need to do, though. I might just cut that bad boy right off. Use it for something else. Want something else. I don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Indica. Okay. Oh, you were looking for the sleepies. I get it. Right on. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Those are a couple of these things. So that's got to dry. I heated up this Purple Heart in the oven. It's kind of cool, but it did warp. It's kind of what Purple Heart does, though. I was thinking about doing something of a sheath for this. I definitely want to make a wooden sheath for it. I will be contemplating that. And then I will be getting back to you. think I'm gonna shut it down while this dries and maybe come back later. Uh, but that'll depend. I might have to check on the haze myself. Hey, Mr. Number Five, how you doing? While I'm in here and this is drying up, I just want to take a second and say what's up to y'all. See how everybody is. And if I did miss you in the chat earlier, I would love it if you would say hi now so that I can know who showed up and who was able to hang out. And also just see how y'all doing. Um, Someday I enjoyed my vacation immensely. Um, Everything was wonderful. All the people were wonderful. Like, we did not have a bad moment. Amazing. Um, what's up, Mr. Number Five? How was your weekend? Someday, how was your weekend? Wake up. Thank you. I've seen some of your comments on my shorts. I really appreciate it. CJ says apparently this universe is dead set on giving me rabbits. So one of my dogs today getting ready to cull more within a few hours. The doe that's been eating my planet sunflowers cornered herself in the shed, no less. It just keeps happening. Oh my gosh. How do you get her out? Oh, thank you. I am refreshed. I'm pretty good, actually. Um, Scoot, how you doing? How you doing? We just talking ish right now because we're waiting on stuff to dry. Um, but yeah, good to see y'all. Good to talk to y'all. How was your holiday? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? What did you do? It's just good. Word. Had to spend the day retrieving our vehicles. My wife's car was in the shop. I had to get the rental car back to the rental place. Something happened with my truck I'm working on, so hopefully I didn't blow my engine up over the before we left. Um, Noah, right now I'm waiting on some epoxy to dry on this knife that I just made. This knife is going out to Cobb Mountain Vance, one of my favorite channels. We're gonna do a barter. I don't know for what though. Yeah, school car problems suck, but the good thing is I happen to have old trucks that I can work on myself and that aren't super complicated. And pretty much I got the same truck 3 times. So worst comes to worst, just hop in another one and save up to fix the next one. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Noah. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. It looks like overall, I know I'm talking and stuff now, but it looks like overall YouTube's kind of giving me my channel back a little bit, and sending me out to my peoples again. Like people are getting notifications again now. Um, it happens like every couple months I get a short that does really well, and then I get some more subs and I get some more stuff. But at freaking 22,000, I never thought it would happen, and now I am like set on 100. I don't know when it's gonna happen. It's gonna take a long time, maybe, but I think 2 years, 2 more years, maybe I can get to that with the long form videos that I'm hoping to do, and maybe get a little bit more boost with those. Um, I am working on it. A lot of my problem, I think, is probably my phones. Uh, they don't incorporate all that fabulously to a lot of programs, and I filled up all my memory. So there's a couple things for me to do. I think Cobb will have great use of that. Yeah, Scoot. It's been a really good month. Um, just this month, I think I got something like 3,000 this month, close to it anyway, like at least 2,000. The last 28 days, because that's YouTube cycles in 28 days. Yeah, thanks. I'm super excited about it too. Like I feel great. Um, I it really pushes me now to get to working on a website and get to working on products and stuff because I'm gonna make another one of these bad boys. I'm gonna do a completely different handle, do a different thing for that. Yeah, no, that purple. Have you seen it in the other tools? It's really a standout color. Um, got these from K McCall, who is awesome, who gives me these blanks. And look, that purple, that's what happens when it's got the finish on it. When it's got that gloss on it, it is, and it looks great against natural wood, you know what I'm saying? Like brown woods and stuff. That's walnut, and that is chestnut. This, I think, is cherry. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Scoot. Yeah, I do like the colored wood a lot someday. Um, I swear I don't know what it takes to make that stuff, but if I learn it, I'm off and running. Like I'm doing nothing but that and making stuff out of it. Um, but for now, I just keep going with my plug. K McCall Echo Woodcrafts. If you have not checked them out, you really should. Particularly the ladies, because this guy makes earrings like no other. I made earrings for my wife. He made earrings for my wife. She greatly prefers the ones he made, and they are beautiful. I do too. They're beautiful. He's got a really, and one of the things is they have a sort of a simplicity to them on some of them, but it is hard, like to get them to the shapes and the absolute perfect geometry he gets them to. Softens corners and things like that. It's just really, you can tell he's been doing it for a while because it's just a refined thing. He absolutely is an artist and a. You said two true things just now, School. He's both of those things, and you definitely should check him out. He goes live a lot more lately, and I love that because I get to go check him out and see what he's doing. He's the whole reason I even got a scroll saw because he does such amazing stuff with it. And one day I'll have the time to try to catch up and figure out how he does some of it. But until then, I will keep doing what I'm doing and admiring what he's doing and learning from it. Really good guy. Um, I'm glad you all came to hang out. I'm not gonna do too much more holding up of you because I'm sort of at a stopping point here. And sometimes when I'm at a clear stopping point, I'll get too rushy and I'll do something that maybe I shouldn't. So I'm gonna pause on it, let that epoxy actually cure before I start back putting some more curves and stuff like that on this thing. And before I start really working that blade like I want. It's close, but it ain't there. Hey, Noah, thank you so much. I appreciate that, family. Appreciate that. That's dope. Same here. You picked up a used scroll saw a couple of months ago. Need to get blades. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Scoob. Yeah, Noah is the new hero. Thank you. You have funded this entire live, Noah. Thank you. Right on. This live has now been sponsored by you, Noah, and your contribution. Right on. What a nice thing we do. So we salute you, family. We salute you. We had a membership go out today as well, which was fantastic. You know we love that. We love our members. And we're gonna do some more videos, yo. Some more members only videos. And we gotta do some more tool videos. Anybody got a suggestion about a tool that they would like to know something more about? And I'll do a short on it. Just for you. Well, I'll release it to everybody, but I'll do it to answer whatever question you might have. You did do a great thing there, Noah. You are our champion on this day. You are our champion. Now, I did mention I darkened some Purple Heart, put it in the oven. This is what it usually looks like. Got much deeper, much darker. Sandpaper. Someday, are you saying you saying you're ready for some sanding? Is that what? Someday is always here for the sanding, and that's dope. I just don't know if I got anything to sand right now. I have to work this blade. I got it almost where I want, but I've got to heat this one and anneal it. We were learning that from lines today. But I don't know exactly what I want to do with this blade, but I want to make a carving knife from it of some sort so that I can do a swap with Cobb for this one and then make me one for my website to sell. Because you know I love that. You do know I love the sanding. You know that my heart sings when I'm sanding stuff. Mr. Number 5 says there are a bunch of secret gifts in my arsenal. Lots of geology specimens, magic eraser, cotton sock. Man, you sound like you got some tricks up your sleeve, dude. Lots of geology specimens, magic erasers. I don't even know what a cotton sock is. I don't even know what it is. Glad I could check in, but I gotta go. Good night, all. See you later, Scoot. Have a great night. Get some sleep, my friend. For polishing and finishing. Let's talk about the magic eraser. I think I know what you mean with the cotton sock. Because I have a microfiber rag that I use just for polishing. And it's nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. You know, I haven't sharpened this knife in probably 6-8 months. I use it almost every day. I probably should sharpen it. Might as well force you to watch it. Skin is a great grit level. Wait, what? Wait, what? You trying to trick me into skinning myself, Number 5? Jeez. Thought we was cool. I thought we was boys. I thought I was your boy. Oh, man. I am going to get this knife for a little bit. It's been a while. Makes sense to do it. This is the 400 grit, as always. That's what I like to start with. And just start working my edge. Maybe by the time I'm done with that epoxy will be cured. It says, 5 minutes, but it stays soft for considerably longer. They tell you 24 hours, really, before you put too much pressure on it. But I have gone sooner. I don't know if I've compromised it. Keep up the great work. Thank you, thank you. Gotta hit my second job. All right, man. Keep up your good work. You getting at it. Shoot. A man with a pair of jobs is a hard-working motor scooter. Somebody with a future. I promise you that. I'm telling you, they're making it hard to get by easy these days. They're making it hard to get by easy. I had an idea if a high power magnet was flush at the end of the stone, it would pull away and hold the metal sharpening fillings. Oh, filings, yeah. Potentially. I just don't know how necessary that would be, though, truthfully. Because primarily, it's not a lot. And then also, the magnet would tend to magnetize the knife blade more, and then the filings may potentially start to magnetize and stick to the knife, which would suck. But not a bad idea. I'm new to your channel. Do you discuss the pros and cons of concerning a 400 grit stone versus a 400 grit belt sander, and then increasing the grit as you go? It's all about the 80,000 grit diamond paste, bro. Sheesh. Now, I do have some sharpening experience, like over the last year, fairly concentrated, but mostly because I'm working with knives all the time and chisels, and I want to make sure that I'm keeping my stuff sharp. But I will say, I have found two things most effective. For what I've done, I have not used diamonds. I've used a very cheap diamond block. I thought it did fine. I still prefer the whetstones. I start with 400 generally, and I work all the way up to the 3000 now. Whetstones and sandpaper and other things, their grits are not the same. A 400 grit stone is not the same as a 400 grit diamond plate, is not the same as a 400 grit sandpaper. It's just not. And it's just not standardized across the board. So what I try to keep in mind is I stay with a system, and whatever system I'm in, I start with whatever the coarse grit is, right? If it's sandpaper, the coarse grit might be, 220 for metal. It might be 80 grit, you know. But either way, wherever you start, just work your way up, doubling each time. If you start with 80, try not to go further than 160 on the next. But you can go 120, you can go 150, and you'll be okay. Like with this, I'm at 400 right now. When I'm done with that, I'm gonna flip it over to 1,000 grit. Just over double. And that's how this set came. After that, it's got a 3,000 grit. After that, it's got an 8,000 grit. I don't know if that has anything to do with those actual, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're actual multipliers by that amount. You know what I mean? I don't know. But That's sort of a safe rule of thumb to go with, I think. I'm gonna try this 1000 grit, see what it's doing. This knife was already fairly sharp, so I'm not reforming the blade or the edge or nothing. I'm just sharpening it. Now, also don't sleep on stropping. You don't have to do this with the stones very often. Uh, for this, I have to do it very often because there's a lot of blades in this shop, but each thing doesn't get this kind of treatment very often. Um, Stropping is really, once you got a good sharp edge, you can hold it for a long time with just the stropping. This is 3000 grit right here. In this particular case, I'm leading with the edge. Some people will drag the edge, and that's fine too. I've done both. Both have worked for me. I think it's about what you find most comfortable. Because whatever you find most comfortable, you'll do more. You'll do better, I think. Either way, the important thing is consistency. Flip it over. Spread all this junk about. As we get higher in the grit, we don't mind the slurry. Kind of helps. How many knives have I made now? I would say probably about, let's say, one, geez, probably about 20 or so. If you're counting like carving knives, like the rebuilds and stuff, but from scratch blades and all, I would say probably about a dozen, maybe 15. And then I refurbished probably about 6 or 8. And then I retooled, rehandled, and recut probably another 20. I love those blade on stone sounds. Sounds just like a palette and a palette knife. Let's see what we got. But it is. It looks decent. Keep from diving off the bench. Dry this off and put it on the strap. I do have some emulsion that I got early in the channel. Someone sent some emulsion to me from Everyday Lace. It's a good product. I got it for free, but it's a good product. 100%. I'm looking for my straps right now, so forgive me for being weird. I think I may use this one right now. It's got that curved edge on it, so the strap is sort of universal. This is just the non-leather side of a leather piece. But I tend to put this little inside curve because I really like to be able to cut rope with my knives, and that does a good job of it when you got that. This does really well on those. And it works surprisingly well on just a regular blade too. You just have to kind of pull as you go like that. It does great. Let's see if we're sharp. Pretty sharp. Ever think about acid etching a logo on your blades? Yes, I have. I have not locked myself into a logo just yet. It is slicey. It's quite slicey. It's quite slicey. It's a good everyday blade, man. Like, look how deep that thing is going and coming back out. It's a good knife. Very proud of it. This was third knife I ever made. And I took it in my pocket right now. Somebody sent me a video that a guy had made a wooden sheath for his axe or hatchet, and I have hatchet, and I absolutely could use a wooden sheath, and I think that would look dope. Gotta decide out of what though. I might have to think about that one a little bit, but something. Meanwhile, I need to go ahead and polish this up a little bit, right? This may be the way. Where's my polish rag? Man, this thing hit the floor and got it. I'm gonna deal with it though. I really should sharpen this. Yeah, let's go ahead and put it on the stones too. Why not? Why not? And again, we're going to start with a 400. This is probably the best steel in my shop. This is probably the only thing in my shop hand forged. This is Ukrainian steel. I had no confidence that I was going to be able to make a hatchet. So I did spin them on it. Consistent passes. You just riding your edge. You can feel it after a while. It took me a long time to be able to feel that. It's a little embarrassing now, but I can feel that bevel and ride it a little bit better than I used to. Hey, Mr. Kevin, how you doing? Mary Jane, hello. Tim Reed, Mr. Tim Reed in this base. This is my 3000 grit stone with the axe. One I don't think I need to go. Micro sharp. And two, it really eats up my stone a lot more than the knives do. So I'm not going to go to the 8,000 grit on that one. I'm going to clean it and I'm going to go to the strop. And then we'll check our edge. Maybe polish it, maybe. Mosquito. I hate them. Not bad. Let's see how it does. That's about all I really need a hatchet to do. But let's see. Not a bad tip. Not a bad tip for a hatchet. I'm gonna polish it back because I like it to look good. Mr. Kevin England, how you doing? How you doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I am going to put some polish on it though. Can't find my spot. It's so dirty. Ugh. Mother, tell your children not to come my way. Mother. Yikes, I almost cut my finger off. I'm gonna do a different method. Thanks everybody for joining me tonight. I appreciate your patronage. You're hanging out in the West Desert Lounge, listening to the smooth ASMR noises, wood shoppery, and tomfoolery. And I thank y'all for just coming around and being cool friends, kicking it with me while I'm in the workshop, keeping me company, and just hanging out. A lot of you guys come around, I think, just to keep my spirits up, and I don't like it. And I thank you for it. I don't want y'all to think that's unnoticed. I got 48 likes tonight, and that might be it for me. That might be enough. That might be enough for me to call it a night. It'd be great to get 50. Just to leave on a high note. It's up to y'all. If there's 2 of you in here who haven't hit that button, it'd be awesome if you would. Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure. You don't want to. Don't you want to be cool? Come on, everybody's pushing the like button. Bam! 50. 2 of them did it. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look how smooth that cuts. I do mean it though. Look how. A tool like this, this sharp edge makes all the difference in the world, man. Such a controllable tool after that. And I thank each and every one of you for all your likes, all your subs. This time. Thank you again. I'm going to give y'all some depth, and I'm going to get out of here. All the titanium you see I use to make sky planes was actually secretly sourced from Russia. Holy smokes. Daggone Russia. I'll see y'all later, man. I appreciate you. West Desert. Remember, be good to each other. I don't want to preach to you, but you gotta be a better person every day. West Desert. I'm gone. Peace.